As the first light of dawn caresses the horizon, there is a moment, silent and sacred, when the universe holds its breath. In that stillness, all possibilities rest, waiting to unfold. This moment is yours, in the same way that a seed silently waits beneath the earth, knowing that one day it will reach for the sun. So too does your prosperity lie within you. It is not a faraway treasure, something to be chased or seized. Prosperity is a quiet force that flows through the very core of your being, awaiting the perfect alignment to rise and bloom. Welcome, dear traveler, to the sacred journey of focused prosperity. In this space, there is no hurry, no need for outward struggle. The path that lies ahead is one of peace, of deep alignment with your truest self, and with the silent, unyielding flow of the universe. Here, the art of success is not found in relentless striving, but in the practice of stillness and trust. This journey is a return to the quiet wisdom that lies within, to the space where your deepest desires are born and nurtured. In the sacred silence, your thoughts become the vessels of your transformation. Your desires, once clarified and focused, align with the greater forces of the universe, drawing to you all that you need, not through force, but through the grace of surrender. In this space, we do not chase after prosperity. Instead, we invite it. We create the fertile ground within where it can take root and flourish. The journey into prosperity is not a race, but a slow, deliberate unfolding. Like the moon rising above the ocean, prosperity comes not by command, but by alignment with the tides of nature. As you begin this journey, know that you are not alone. The universe is not an external force that works against you. It is a companion, a gentle guide, a sacred dance partner, and in every moment of stillness, you are being led to your highest potential. In every quiet thought, every deep breath, you are aligning yourself with the flow of abundance, wealth, and inner peace. This is the path of focused prosperity, a path that leads not by noise or action, but through quiet reflection, focused intention, and deep trust in the invisible forces that shape the world. As you walk, you will begin to see the truth. True success is born in silence, nurtured through intention, and manifested through unwavering faith in the unseen. So let us begin, in this sacred silence, with the simple knowing that all that you seek is already yours, waiting to be uncovered. In the stillness, prosperity finds its home. Chapter 1. The power of thought. Desire. Every great achievement, every remarkable success begins with a single thought. It starts as a spark of desire, a whisper from the depths of your soul, calling you to step into a higher purpose. Desire is not just a wish or a passing feeling. It is the first seed of transformation, the starting point of all that you will create in your life. But desire alone is not enough. Many people have desires, but it is those who commit to their desires with unwavering belief and focused action who manifest their dreams. Think of it like planting a seed. The seed of desire is tiny at first, but when nourished and cared for with intention, it grows into something powerful. Without focus, the seed will remain dormant, but when watered with belief and effort, it begins to sprout. This is the foundation of success, a burning, unwavering desire. It is the driving force that propels you toward your dreams. To achieve anything in life, from financial freedom to personal growth, you must first know exactly what you desire. And once you know, you must commit fully to it. Without this commitment, your desires will remain nothing more than fleeting thoughts, lost in the noise of everyday life. Desire is not just a thought. It is a deep, inner knowing that what you seek is possible. It is a call to action that moves you from wishing to doing, from dreaming to achieving. This is why desire must be specific. It must be clear. If you wish to achieve wealth, do not simply wish for money. Wish for a specific amount of money and a clear way to acquire it. Define your goal and make it tangible. Once you've defined what you want, you must plan for it. Your desires must be paired with an actionable plan. Without a plan, even the strongest desire can remain unfulfilled. Think of it as a map. The destination is clear, but without directions, you may wander aimlessly. So, after identifying your desire, create a clear, structured plan of action. Then, take the first step. The power of desire is not just in dreaming, it's in doing. The most successful people in the world are not the ones who simply desired wealth. They are the ones who took consistent action each and every day toward their goals. They didn't wait for the perfect moment. They created that moment through their actions. Desire, when coupled with action, is the force that turns dreams into reality. Your desire must also be nurtured by your belief in its possibility. The strongest desires are those that are aligned with deep belief. If you desire something but do not believe you deserve it, or that it is possible for you, then that desire will remain just a thought. But when you deeply believe in the possibility of your desires, they will begin to align with your actions. Your mind will work with you, finding solutions and opportunities to help you move forward in this journey. You will encounter doubts, setbacks, and challenges, but these are not signs that your desire isn't meant to be. They are simply obstacles on the path, and your belief in your desire will give you the strength to overcome them. The key to lasting success is resilience, your ability to continue believing, even when circumstances don't seem to support your desires. As you go forward, remember that desire is the starting point. It is the fuel for everything that comes after. When you know exactly what you want, when you desire it with all your heart, and when you believe in its possibility with all your being, the universe will begin to align with you. You will begin to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles, and you will take actions that bring you closer to your goals every single day. Desire, when cultivated with focus and belief, becomes the driving force behind all your achievements. The more focused your desire, the more powerful your results will be. Chapter 2. Faith, Visualization, and Belief in Attainment. Faith is the bridge between where you are and where you want to go. It is the force that takes a simple desire and transforms it into a concrete reality. But to have faith, one must believe. And to believe, one must see. Not with the physical eyes, but with the mind's eye. It is through the act of visualization that faith begins to shape the formless, bringing into view the things that were once invisible. Visualization is a practice that allows you to take your deepest desires and wrap them in the certainty of their inevitable existence. When you visualize, you bring your desires to life in the realm of thought, making them as real as anything you can touch. It's not enough to wish for something. You must create a vivid mental image of it. The clearer the image, the more it embeds itself into your subconscious, guiding you toward the steps needed to make it real. The power of faith lies in the belief that what you desire is not only possible, but already on its way to you. The process of belief is not about wishing for something to happen. It's about knowing that it will. True faith does not wait for evidence before believing. It believes first, and the evidence follows. This is the cornerstone of manifestation. You must believe in your success before it. ever shows up in your life, just as a gardener trusts that the seed will grow into a plant even before it sprouts, you must trust that the actions you take today are laying the foundation for the success that will unfold tomorrow. Faith is the trust in the unseen, the trust that all your efforts are guiding you to your desired goal, even when you cannot yet see the results. When you visualize, you are planting the seeds of your future. Each time you see yourself achieving your goals, you are aligning your subconscious mind with that vision. This alignment is what makes your goals feel inevitable. Your mind begins to work with you, not against you, and you will start to notice opportunities where you once saw obstacles. You will become more attuned to the actions you need to take, and the universe will begin to work with you in ways you never expected. Visualization alone, however, is not enough. You must also believe. Belief is the fuel that powers the engine of manifestation. Without belief, desire remains just a wish. With belief, desire becomes a certainty. It is the strength of your belief that will carry you through times of doubt. And it is belief that keeps you moving forward when the road ahead seems unclear. The more you believe in the inevitability of your success, the more your actions will reflect that belief, and the more your success will begin to unfold. Faith is not about passivity. It is an active force, one that requires you to take inspired action. When you believe in something deeply, you are compelled to act on it, even in the face of uncertainty. Faith, paired with belief and visualization, moves you from dreaming to doing, from hoping to achieving. As you walk this path, remember that challenges will arise. But with faith, you will see these challenges as opportunities for growth, not as barriers. The stronger your belief, the easier it becomes to persist, to keep moving, and to stay focused on the end goal. No matter the obstacles in your path, you must trust the process. You must trust that the universe is working with you, that each step you take is a step closer to your desires, even if you cannot yet see the full picture. Visualization and faith go hand in hand. Together, they create an unstoppable force, one that turns your desires into reality. Through visualization, you see your success. Through faith, you know it is already on its way. So, today, take a moment to visualize your success. See it clearly in your mind, and feel the emotions of already having achieved it. Allow the power of your faith to flood your being, knowing that your desires are not only possible, but are already being drawn toward you. Walk forward with unwavering belief, and know that you are on the path to your greatest success. Chapter 3. Autosuggestion, the medium for influencing the subconscious. The subconscious mind is a powerful force. It drives our actions, shapes our reality, and determines our results. Often, we are unaware of its influence, yet it is constantly working, absorbing everything we think, see, and experience. The good news is that we have the ability to influence this powerful mind. The key to this influence is autosuggestion, the practice of planting specific thoughts into our subconscious mind, with the intent to reshape our beliefs and actions. Autosuggestion is the simple act of repeating certain phrases, affirmations, or visualizations to direct our subconscious mind toward a desired goal. It works on the principle that the subconscious mind absorbs whatever it is fed, whether positive or negative. If we consistently affirm a belief or outcome, the subconscious starts to accept it as truth, and our actions begin to align with those beliefs. When you speak affirmations, you're not just repeating words. You are planting seeds in the fertile ground of your subconscious. Just as a garden needs constant nurturing, your subconscious needs repeated affirmations to grow and take root. These affirmations, when repeated with deep feeling and belief, eventually take root in your subconscious mind. Over time, these thoughts will begin to influence your decisions, your actions, and ultimately, your reality. The most powerful aspect of autosuggestion is that it works regardless of whether you believe in it initially. The subconscious mind does not judge or question what you feed it. It simply accepts whatever is repeated often enough. This is why it's essential to be mindful of the thoughts we entertain, because they will eventually shape the life we live. When you affirm your success, your wealth, your health, and your happiness, your subconscious mind will begin to attract opportunities that align with those affirmations. What you consistently believe and affirm becomes your reality in the process of autosuggestion. It's crucial to understand that your subconscious mind cannot differentiate between positive or negative thoughts. If you feed it thoughts of lack or limitation, it will act upon them, just as it would act upon thoughts of abundance and success. This is why it's so important to consciously choose the thoughts you feed it. When you affirm your worthiness and your potential, your subconscious mind starts working on ways to bring those things into your life. A key component of autosuggestion is belief. It's not enough to merely repeat words. You must believe in what you're saying. The power of your affirmations is magnified when you speak them with deep faith and conviction. It is this faith that gives the affirmation its strength, allowing it to sink deeply into your subconscious and begin influencing your behavior. For example, if your desire is to achieve financial freedom, you might affirm, "I am attracting wealth and abundance into my life. I am worthy of success and prosperity." But it's not just about saying these words, it's about feeling them. Feel the emotions of already having what you desire. Feel the joy, the peace, the gratitude. When you combine the affirmation with the emotion of having already achieved your goal, it adds powerful energy to the suggestion. This energy fuels your subconscious mind, making it work harder to align your reality with your desires. Over time, your subconscious mind begins to reshape your thoughts, your actions, and even your responses to challenges. What once may have seemed like obstacles will now be seen as opportunities. You will start to make decisions and take actions that lead you toward your goal without even realizing it, because your subconscious mind is guiding you to success. This is the power of autosuggestion. It takes your desire and belief and transforms them into action. It is essential, though, to remain consistent in your practice. Just as a muscle needs regular exercise to grow stronger, your subconscious mind needs constant positive reinforcement to stay aligned with your desires. Make it a habit to repeat your affirmations every day, especially in the morning and before sleep, when your mind is most receptive. Visualize your success during these moments, seeing it vividly in your mind and feeling the emotions of already having it. With consistent practice, autosuggestion begins to work its magic. Your subconscious mind will align with your desires, and the universe will begin to respond to your focused thoughts. The reality you once only dreamed of will start to take shape, because your thoughts are now in harmony with your actions. When your mind is aligned with your desires, the path to success becomes clear, and every step you take moves you closer to your goal. Remember, autosuggestion is a powerful tool, but like any tool, it must be used with care. Be mindful of what you feed your subconscious mind. Reprogram it with positive thoughts, beliefs, and images of the success you seek. Speak your affirmations with confidence and believe in their power to create the life you desire. Chapter 4. Specialized knowledge success is not built on a vast accumulation of general knowledge, but rather on a deep, specialized understanding of a particular field. It is the ability to master one area and make it your own that sets the path for significant achievements. While many people try to become jacks of all trades, it is the specialists who rise to the top, creating value that stands apart from the rest. Consider a surgeon whose skill is honed over years of study and practice. Her knowledge isn't broad. It's incredibly specific, fine-tuned to the intricacies of the human body. The world doesn't reward those who know a little about everything. It rewards those who know deeply and can apply that knowledge to create results. This principle holds true in every area of life, whether it's business, art, science, or any other endeavor. The more deeply you understand your chosen field, the more influence and success you will have within it. The key to specialized knowledge is not simply acquiring facts, but mastering the application of those facts. It's not about reading books or taking classes and then putting the information aside. It's about integrating that knowledge into everything you do, learning through experience and evolving your understanding. The greatest innovators in history didn't only gain specialized knowledge, they actively sought out ways to apply it, continuously improving and adapting their skills. In today's world, specialized knowledge is more accessible than ever before. You don't have to rely solely on formal education or traditional institutions to become an expert in your field. The world has changed, and now knowledge is freely available through books, online courses, mentors, and hands-on experience. What matters most is not how much you know, but how well you can apply what you know. This pursuit of specialized knowledge is not just about gaining skills for a job. It's about finding your niche, your area of passion, and becoming so skilled in it that others will seek you out for your expertise. For example, think of a computer programmer who specializes in artificial intelligence. The depth of his knowledge in this niche allows him to solve problems that no one else can. His specialized knowledge gives him the ability to create, innovate, and lead in a rapidly advancing field. It's not enough to have basic programming knowledge. To truly stand out, he must become an expert in a specific area that adds real value. As you begin your journey toward specialization, ask yourself, what is the area I want to immerse myself in? What will ignite my passion and spark the deepest desire to learn? Your path to success is not about trying to know everything about everything, but about becoming an authority in one area. This is where true value is created, in the depth of your expertise and your ability to apply it in meaningful ways. The process of acquiring specialized knowledge is ongoing. It never ends. The world is always changing, and to stay at the top of your field, you must constantly update and refine your understanding. You must be committed to learning, growing, and evolving. This is the key to success, not just gaining knowledge, but continually improving and adapting your knowledge to the ever-changing demands of the world through books, courses, mentors, and experiences. You must keep expanding your understanding of your chosen field. But equally important is the application of that knowledge. Knowledge that is not applied is essentially wasted. It's through experience, trial and error, and the practical use of what you learn that true expertise is developed. Every time you put your knowledge to use, you gain insights that deepen your understanding and help you to grow even further. Specialized knowledge is your most valuable asset. It will give you the power to create, innovate, and lead. It will allow you to offer something unique to the world, and the world will reward you for that. But just as knowledge itself is important, so too is the ongoing effort to master and apply that knowledge. It is this commitment to deepening and applying your knowledge that will set you apart and create the success you desire. Asterisk. Chapter 5. Imagination is the bridge between what is and what can be. It is the creative force that allows you to transform abstract desires into concrete realities. While desire sparks the journey towards success, imagination illuminates the path, creating the blueprint for your future. The mind is a powerful tool, but imagination is the lens through which the future is made visible. Without it, you would remain in the realm of possibility. With it, you can step into the world of a ctualization. In every great success story, imagination has played a crucial role. It is the fertile ground where new ideas are born, where the seeds of innovation are planted, and where dreams take shape. Whether you are an artist envisioning a masterpiece or an entrepreneur developing the next big product, it is through imagination that you bring your dreams to life. But imagination is not simply about fantasy or wishful thinking. It is a focused and purposeful creative force that guides you in transforming your desires into actionable plans. It's about looking at the world and seeing it not as it is, but as it could be. This is the hallmark of great achievers. They are not limited by the present, but are guided by the possibilities they can imagine. Think of an inventor like Leonardo da Vinci or Thomas Edison. These men didn't wait for the world to hand them opportunities. They imagined possibilities that hadn't yet been realized. They visualized the future and made it their present. Leonardo saw flying machines before airplanes existed, and Edison imagined a world illuminated by electricity long before the light bulb was invented. Their successes didn't happen because they had access to extraordinary resources, or because they lived in an era that was ripe for invention. They succeeded because they could see what others could not. They used their imagination to break free from the limitations of their time. But imagination, while powerful, is not something that simply happens on its own. It is a skill, one that must be nurtured and developed over time. Your imagination is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. To tap into this power, you must practice. You must make time to dream, to think creatively, and to push beyond the boundaries of what you currently know. The key to cultivating imagination is to give yourself the freedom to explore without limitations. Allow your mind to wander without judgment or fear of failure. The more freely you think, the more creative ideas you will have. Don't be afraid to dream big, to envision a life that surpasses your current reality. Your imagination is not bound by what's possible today. It can see the potential in the unknown, in what could be, and in what might happen if you take a leap of faith. To make the most of your imagination, you must engage with it daily. Set aside time each day for visualization exercises. Close your eyes and imagine your ideal future, vividly and in detail. See yourself living the life you desire, experiencing all the emotions that come with it. Feel the excitement, the success, and the joy. Imagine yourself overcoming challenges with ease, growing stronger with each obstacle. The more you immerse yourself in these visualizations, the more real they will become to you, and the more likely they are to manifest in your life. But imagination alone is not enough. To transform your dreams into reality, you must combine your imagination with action. Imagination provides the vision, but it is through consistent effort that the vision becomes a reality. Once you have imagined your success, you must act with purpose. creating a plan to bring your dreams to life. It is the combination of creative visualization and deliberate action that turns your imagined possibilities into tangible results. In this chapter, we explore how imagination is the spark that lights the fire of success. It is the force that takes you beyond the ordinary, beyond the limitations of what is, and opens up the realm of what could be. Imagination allows you to see possibilities, to envision new ways of doing things, and to create solutions that are unique and valuable. The most successful individuals are those who dare to imagine. They are the ones who see potential where others see problems, who dream of new futures and new realities. If you want to achieve greatness, you must learn to use your imagination not as a tool of escape, but as a tool of creation. Use it to build the life you desire, to design your future, and to take steps toward the extraordinary. So ask yourself, what do you want to create? What future do you envision for yourself? Spend time every day in your imagination, visualizing and creating the life you desire. Don't limit yourself to what seems possible today. Let your imagination roam freely and allow it to lead you toward the success that is waiting for you. Chapter 6. Organize planning when desire meets imagination. The next step is to bring these elements together with organized planning. A dream without a plan is just a wish, but a desire coupled with a well-structured plan is the beginning of the path toward achieving greatness. Planning is not just about creating a series of steps to follow. It's about bringing clarity to your goals, laying the groundwork for your success, and charting a clear route to your desired outcome. At this point in your journey, you know what you want and you have a vision of how it will look. But to manifest that vision into reality, you must create a plan that organizes your steps, ensures that your efforts are directed toward a specific goal, and allows you to measure progress. Without a plan, you might find yourself drifting without direction, while with one, you are moving toward your goal with purpose and determination. Think of any successful person, any company that has risen to the top. Behind their success is always a well-laid plan. They don't leave things to chance. They take the time to strategize, to break down their vision into actionable steps. A well-crafted plan serves as a map, guiding you through the inevitable obstacles and challenges you'll face, while keeping you focused on your destination. One of the key components of an effective plan is flexibility. Life doesn't always unfold as we expect it to, and along the way, unforeseen circumstances will arise. The most successful individuals are not those who create a rigid plan and follow it blindly. They are the ones who create a plan but remain flexible, adapting to changes as they come. This flexibility allows them to stay aligned with their ultimate goal, even when the path to get there shifts. When you begin your planning process, it's important to think of your goal as a whole and then break it down into smaller, more manageable steps. Start by defining your overall goal, the end result you wish to achieve. Once you've defined this, break it down into milestones that represent significant steps in the process. Each milestone should bring you closer to your ultimate goal, but it must be tangible and measurable so you can track your progress. These milestones then become the foundation of your plan, and from there you can create an action plan with specific tasks that need to be completed. As you plan, think about what needs to be done first. What are the necessary steps? What resources do you need? Who can assist you? How much time will each step take? The more specific you are in outlining your tasks, the easier it will be to move forward with focus and confidence. But even the best plans won't work if you lack persistence. It is easy to become overwhelmed when you are faced with challenges, or when progress feels slow. This is where your ability to stick to your plan becomes crucial. The most successful people don't give up at the first sign of difficulty. They push through, adjust their approach if needed, and stay committed to the path they've set. In the planning process, it's essential to anticipate challenges and obstacles. Recognize that they are a natural part of any journey and plan for how you will address them when they arise. Will you need to learn new skills? Will you encounter resistance from others? How will you stay motivated when the journey becomes difficult? By anticipating these hurdles in advance, you make it easier to face them head-on when they inevitably appear. Your plan is not a static document. It should evolve as you learn and grow. As you make progress, take time to reassess and adjust. Your plan: are your steps still leading you toward your desired outcome? Are there more efficient or effective ways to achieve your goals? Being open to refining and adapting your plan is a sign of wisdom and resilience. It is through this iterative process that your plans become more powerful and your results more assured. Success is not random. It is the result of clear intentions, focused action, and a willingness to work relentlessly toward your vision. A well-crafted plan gives you direction, but your commitment to following through with persistence and adaptability makes all the difference. The discipline to stick with the plan, to make adjustments when necessary, and to keep moving forward is what turns dreams into reality. Your organized plan is your guide. A compass that ensures your journey toward success is purposeful and intentional. With every step you take, you are building the life you envision, one that is grounded in action and fueled by your unwavering desire. Chapter 7: Decision: The Mastery of Procrastination in the Pursuit of Success. One of the most powerful forces that work against us is indecision. The inability to make clear, quick decisions keeps many from ever realizing their dreams. Too often, people delay their actions, weighing options, fearing mistakes, and waiting for the perfect moment that never comes. This cycle of procrastination keeps them trapped in uncertainty, unable to move forward. But success is not built on hesitation. It is built on the ability to decide quickly and act decisively, trusting that the choice made will lead you toward your goal. When you make a decision, you step into a world of clarity. The moment you decide, you stop wasting time on what-ifs and maybes, and you start moving toward a clear goal. Indecision, on the other hand, creates confusion, causes doubt, and fosters inaction. It's easy to get caught in the habit of second-guessing yourself, but the most successful people are those who make decisions quickly, without fear, and commit to them with unwavering resolve. Procrastination is often disguised as caution or the desire for more information, but at its core, it's fear. Fear of making the wrong choice, fear of failure, fear of what others might think. But the truth is, there is no perfect decision. Every choice carries risk, but the greatest risk of all is inaction. As you hesitate, time slips away, and opportunities that could have been seized are lost. Every moment you wait to decide, you allow your fears and doubts to control you, keeping you stuck. The key to overcoming procrastination is to act decisively. The best way to build momentum is to make decisions quickly. This doesn't mean rushing or making decisions without thought, but it means trusting your intuition, committing to a course of action, and moving forward with confidence. It's important to remember that no decision is ever final. Every choice leads you to new information, new lessons, and new directions. Even if you make a mistake, It's not the end of the road. It's simply an opportunity to learn and adjust. When you decide, you eliminate the uncertainty and the fear. Instead of being paralyzed by possibilities, you take charge and move toward your goal. You begin to see the path more clearly, and you start to take action. Every small step, every decision, no matter how minor it may seem, brings you closer to your desired outcome. One of the most common reasons people struggle to make decisions is the fear of failure. But failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the process. The road to success is paved with mistakes, missteps, and learning. It's not about avoiding failure, but about using it to guide you. Every wrong decision leads to greater clarity and eventual success. The fear of failure can only hold you back if you let it. When you embrace the lessons that failure provides, you gain strength and wisdom, both of which are necessary for achieving your goals. The moment you make a decision and commit to it, you unlock the power of focus. Instead of wondering which path to take, you begin to see solutions, opportunities, and resources that were previously hidden from view. The act of deciding aligns your thoughts and energy toward your goal, and your subconscious mind begins working in harmony with you to bring that goal to fruition. The more decisions you make, the more adept you become at making them quickly and confidently. The habit of decisiveness can be cultivated with practice. It starts with small decisions, the ones that don't carry much weight but provide you with the experience of making a choice and moving forward. Over time, you build the confidence to tackle bigger decisions with the same sense of clarity and purpose. Once you master the art of quick decision-making, you will see how much more productive and focused you become. Procrastination, which once paralyzed you, will become a thing of the past. Remember, action is what drives success. The most important thing is to decide and then to act. Do not allow indecision to rob you of your time and your potential. Every decision you make, no matter the outcome, brings you closer to success. Trust in your ability to make the right choice, and know that once you make it, you are one step closer to the life you envision. The key is to trust the process, move forward with confidence, and never allow procrastination to stand in your way. Chapter 8. Persistent success is never achieved by those who give up after the first setback. It is not achieved by those who stop when the path becomes difficult or unclear. No, success is born from persistence, the unwavering commitment to continue in the face of adversity, to keep moving forward when the road is hard, and to push through obstacles when others would turn back. Persistence is the bridge that takes your desires and turns them into reality. It is the constant force that drives you toward your goal. No matter how many obstacles stand in your way, think about the greatest achievers in history. They didn't achieve their success because they had it easy, but because they persisted. The most successful people didn't achieve their dreams on their first try. They failed, they stumbled, they faced challenges that seemed insurmountable, but they didn't stop. They kept going, even when others told them it couldn't be done, even when they felt like giving up. The reason they succeeded is simple. They did not stop. They kept going, step by step, until their goal was in their hands. Persistence is not a trait reserved for a few lucky individuals. It is a quality that anyone can cultivate. The ability to persist is something that can be developed by focusing on your goal, by committing to it fully, and by refusing to allow setbacks to derail your progress. When you have a clear goal in mind, when you know what you want, you will find the strength to keep going. Even when the journey becomes difficult, The path to success is rarely smooth. There are always hurdles, unforeseen challenges, moments of doubt, and times when it feels as though progress has come to a halt. But it is in those moments of hardship that persistence becomes your greatest asset. Instead of backing down, persistence pushes you to find new solutions, to adapt, to keep moving forward. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow stronger, to refine your approach, and to come closer to your goal. The key to persistence lies in belief. You must believe, deeply and wholeheartedly, that your goal is achievable. When you truly believe that success is possible, that your goal is worth fighting for, your commitment will remain unshaken, no matter what difficulties arise. It is this belief that keeps you moving forward when the road is uncertain. When you persist with belief, you will not be deterred by the setbacks, and you will learn to see failure as a stepping stone rather than a roadblock. But belief alone is not enough. It must be paired with action. Persistence is not simply about keeping a positive attitude. It is about taking consistent, deliberate action, regardless of the challenges. Every day, you must show up. You must take one more step, even when it feels like you're not making progress. When you combine belief with action, you create an unstoppable force that brings your dreams closer to reality. There will be times when you will feel like giving up, when the path ahead looks too steep and the destination too far. These are the moments that test your resolve. But it is precisely in these moments that your persistence will be tested. If you give up, you lose everything. But if you persist, if you continue to push forward, you will eventually break through the barriers in your way. You will reach the other side, stronger, wiser, and closer to your goal. Remember, success is not determined by how fast you go or how easy the journey is. Success is determined by how long you are willing to continue, by your willingness to keep moving forward. When the going gets tough, it is the persistence to keep going that ultimately leads to the realization of your dreams. In your journey, let persistence be your guide. Stay committed to your goal, remain focused on your vision, and take action every single day. No matter how long it takes or how difficult the path may seem, remember that persistence is the secret to success. Keep going, and your dreams will eventually become your reality. Chapter 8. Persistent success is never achieved by those who give up after the first setback. It is not achieved by those who stop when the path becomes difficult or unclear. No, success is born from persistence, the unwavering commitment to continue in the face of adversity, to keep moving forward when the road is hard, and to push through obstacles when others would turn back. Persistence is the bridge that takes your desires and turns them into reality. It is the constant force that drives you toward your goal, no matter how many obstacles stand in your way. Think about the greatest achievers in history. They didn't achieve their success because they had it easy, but because they persisted. The most successful people didn't achieve their dreams on their first try. They failed, they stumbled, they faced challenges that seemed insurmountable, but they didn't stop. They kept going, even when others told them it couldn't be done, even when they felt like giving up. The reason they succeeded is simple. They did not stop. They kept going, step by step, until their goal was in their hands. Persistence is not a trait reserved for a few lucky individuals. It is a quality that anyone can cultivate. The ability to persist is something that can be developed by focusing on your goal, by committing to it fully, and by refusing to allow setbacks to derail your progress. When you have a clear goal in mind, when you know what you want, you will find the strength to keep going, even when the journey becomes difficult, the path to success is rarely smooth. There are always hurdles, unforeseen challenges, moments of doubt, and times when it feels as though progress has come to a halt. But it is in those moments of hardship that persistence becomes your greatest asset. Instead of backing down, persistence pushes you to find new solutions, to adapt, to keep moving forward. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow stronger, to refine your approach, and to come closer to your goal. The key to persistence lies in belief. You must believe deeply and wholeheartedly that your goal is achievable. When you truly believe that success is possible, that your goal is worth fighting for, your commitment will remain unshaken no matter what difficulties arise. It is this belief that keeps you moving forward when the road is uncertain. When you persist with belief, you will not be deterred by the setbacks, and you will learn to see failure as a stepping stone rather than a roadblock. But belief alone is not enough. It must be paired with action. Persistence is not simply about keeping a positive attitude, it is about taking consistent, deliberate action, regardless of the challenges. Every day you must show up. You must take one more step, even when it feels like you're not making progress. When you combine belief with action, you create an unstoppable force that brings your dreams closer to reality. There will be times when you will feel like giving up, when the path ahead looks too steep and the destination too far. These are the moments that test your resolve. But it is precisely in these moments that your persistence will be tested. If you give up, you lose everything. But if you persist, if you continue to push forward, you will eventually break through the barriers in your way. You will reach the other side, stronger, wiser, and closer to your goal. Remember, success is not determined by how fast you go or how easy the journey is. Success is determined by how long you are willing to continue, by your willingness to keep moving forward. When the going gets tough, it is the persistence to keep going that ultimately leads to the realization of your dreams. In your journey, let persistence be your guide. Stay committed to your goal, remain focused on your vision, and take action every single day. No matter how long it takes or how difficult the path may seem, remember that persistence is the secret to success. Keep going, and your dreams will eventually become your reality. Chapter 10. The mystery of sex transmutation. Sexual energy is one of the most powerful forces that exists. It is the energy that creates life, the energy that fuels creation itself. Yet, most people spend this energy without realizing its full potential. It is only when we learn to transmute this energy, to redirect it from its natural outlet into other pursuits, that we unlock a hidden power within ourselves. This is the principle of sex transmutation, and it holds the key to success and achievement in all aspects of life. Sexual energy is not merely about physical desire. It is an intense, creative force that can be redirected to fuel personal growth, productivity, and success. The energy we often associate with desire can be transformed into a driving force that propels us forward in the pursuit of our goals. The process of transmutation is not about denying or suppressing this energy. It is about using it consciously, channeling it toward creative endeavors and productive actions. This energy, when properly harnessed, can become the fuel that drives us to achieve our highest aspirations. When we experience sexual desire, it is not just the physical body that reacts. Our minds and spirits are equally affected. This energy, at its core, is the force of creation itself, and it holds the potential to manifest great things. But most people only use it for physical satisfaction, unaware that it can also be directed toward the creation of wealth, success, and personal achievement. The power of sex transmutation lies in the ability to recognize this potential and to shift the focus of this energy from one area of life to another. The process of transmutation begins with awareness. The moment you recognize the energy that arises within you, you can choose to redirect it towards something productive. Instead of allowing it to dissipate in fleeting moments of physical indulgence, you can channel it into your work, your creative projects, or your personal development. The moment you consciously decide to redirect this energy, you begin the process of transformation. It is through this shift in focus that you tap into a well of power that was previously untapped. This power is not just a mental exercise, it is physical. By engaging in activities that redirect your energy, such as physical exercise or creative expression, you begin to transmute that sexual energy into something constructive. The energy flows through your body, through your mind, and through your spirit, infusing everything you do with greater intensity and focus. You begin to feel a surge of creativity, of drive, and of passion that carries you forward, fueling your pursuit of success. The great achievers of history, from artists to entrepreneurs to inventors, have understood the power of this energy and its potential to transform their lives. Many of them consciously directed their sexual energy into their work, allowing it to fuel their creativity and ambition. They knew that by channeling this powerful force, they could accomplish things that others thought were impossible. They used their sexual energy not just for physical pleasure, but as the driving force behind their greatest achievements. But sex transmutation is not just for the great achievers of history. It is available to all of us. Each person has the ability to recognize this energy within themselves and to learn how to direct it toward their goals. The first step is simply to become aware of the energy when it arises, and then to make a conscious choice to redirect it. Whether it is through creative expression, physical activity, or focused mental effort, the key is to channel that energy in a way that aligns with your goals and desires. The more you practice transmuting this energy, the more natural it becomes. Over time, you will begin to notice the effects in all areas of your life. You will feel a greater sense of purpose, a stronger drive to achieve, and a deeper connection to your creative potential. The energy that was once reserved for physical pleasure will now be the fuel for your personal growth, your success, and your achievements. Sex transmutation is not just about redirecting energy, it is about harnessing the raw power of creation itself. It is about understanding that this energy, when used consciously, can be the catalyst for transformation. Whether you are working toward personal goals, business success, or artistic endeavors, sex transmutation provides the power to manifest your desires in the world. By consciously choosing to redirect this energy, you unlock a hidden well of creativity and strength that will carry you to success. Chapter 11. The subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is one of the most powerful forces that shape our lives. Though it operates in the background, often without our conscious awareness, it is the keeper of our beliefs, our habits, and our deepest desires. It governs our thoughts, feelings, and actions, influencing how we experience the world. Yet, the vast majority of people are unaware of the immense power they hold within their subconscious mind. When we understand how to work with it, we can transform our reality. The subconscious mind is like fertile soil. Whatever is planted in it will grow, whether it's positive or negative. Our beliefs, repeated thoughts, and the emotions we attach to those thoughts are all seeds that we plant in this soil. If we plant seeds of fear, doubt, and limitation, we create a reality that reflects those beliefs. But when we plant seeds of confidence, success, and abundance, we begin to shape a life that reflects these positive qualities. Most people, however, do not consciously choose what they plant in their subconscious mind. We absorb ideas, beliefs, and experiences from our environment, from the people we interact with, and from the media we consume. These influences form the foundation of our subconscious beliefs. As a result, many of us carry limiting beliefs about ourselves and the world around us, which manifests as obstacles in our lives. But the power of the subconscious mind is not limited to the thoughts that come from external sources. We have the ability to take charge and consciously plant new, empowering beliefs. When you understand the power of the subconscious mind, you realize that you can influence it intentionally. Through practices like affirmation, visualization, and autosuggestion, you can begin to reprogram your subconscious, replacing old, limiting beliefs with new, empowering ones. This is not an instant process. It takes time, patience, and consistency, but the results are transformative. As you plant new seeds of thought, you begin to notice changes in your behavior, in the opportunities that come your way, and in the way you perceive the world. The subconscious mind operates on the principle of repetition. It does not differentiate between what is real and what is imagined. When you repeatedly affirm something to yourself, whether it is a belief or a goal, your subconscious begins to accept it as truth. For example, if you repeatedly affirm that you are worthy of success, your subconscious begins to create behaviors and actions that align with this belief. Your actions become congruent with your thoughts, and you begin to see success in your life. The key to reprogramming your subconscious mind is consistent practice. You must be persistent in feeding your mind with positive thoughts, beliefs, and images. Visualization is one of the most powerful tools for this. By visualizing your success in vivid detail, you are sending a clear message to your subconscious mind that this success is not only possible, but inevitable. You begin to see yourself as the person who has already achieved their goals, and your subconscious mind works to bring this reality into being. But visualization and affirmations alone are not enough. The true power of the subconscious lies in the emotions you attach to your thoughts. Emotions are the fuel that makes thoughts powerful. When you visualize your success, you must not only see it, but feel it. Feel the emotions of accomplishment, of happiness, of peace. The stronger the emotions you attach to your visualization, the more powerful it becomes. Your subconscious mind responds to the emotions you feel, reinforcing your belief in your goals and pushing you toward them. Your subconscious mind is a loyal servant. It does not question what you tell it. It simply takes your thoughts and beliefs and acts on them. Therefore, it is essential to be mindful of the thoughts you allow to take root in your mind. Every thought, whether positive or negative, has the potential to shape your reality. When you consciously choose to focus on positive, empowering beliefs, you are directing the course of your life toward success and abundance. One of the most important aspects of working with the subconscious mind is consistency. Just as it takes time for negative beliefs to take root and influence your behavior, it takes time for positive beliefs to do the same. The more you practice feeding your subconscious with empowering thoughts, the more it will begin to reflect those beliefs in your actions and in your life. The key is to remain patient and persistent, trusting that, with time, your subconscious mind will transform and align with your deepest desires. The subconscious mind holds the key to unlocking your full potential. By consciously reprogramming it, you can reshape your reality. The life you desire is already within you, waiting to be unlocked by the power of your thoughts. Every time you focus on your goals, every time you affirm your worth, you are planting seeds in your subconscious that will grow and manifest into the life you've always dreamed of. Chapter 12. The Brain, a broadcasting and receiving station. The brain is far more than just the control center of our body. It is a powerful tool that broadcasts and receives energy, thoughts, and ideas. It is the conduit through which we connect with the world around us and through which our desires are either magnified or dampened. It is also the vessel through which our subconscious mind operates, directing our thoughts and actions. By understanding how the brain works, we can harness its full potential to achieve the success we desire. Just as a radio transmits signals that can be picked up by a receiver, the brain works in a similar way. It broadcasts our thoughts and energy, sending out vibrations into the world. These vibrations, whether positive or negative, attract like vibrations from the environment. If you think positive thoughts and maintain a positive mental attitude, you are broadcasting these vibrations into the universe, attracting positive energy and opportunities in return. Conversely, negative thoughts and emotions broadcast negativity, drawing similar experiences into your life. This concept is similar to the law of attraction, which states that like attracts like. Your brain is constantly broadcasting signals, and what it attracts is a reflection of your mental state. If you are constantly focused on fear, doubt, and limitations, your brain will send out those signals, drawing back situations and people that reinforce those beliefs. On the other hand, when you focus on abundance, success, and opportunities, your brain sends out a different set of signals, drawing the experiences that align with those beliefs. The key to harnessing the power of the brain lies in mastering our thoughts. By learning to focus our mind on positive, empowering thoughts, we can direct our brain to broadcast the right signals into the universe. The brain is a powerful receiver as well, picking up on the thoughts, energy, and vibrations of others. The people you surround yourself with, the environment you expose yourself to, and the media you consume all influence the signals your brain receives. Just as the brain broadcasts energy, it also receives it. When you surround yourself with like-minded, positive individuals, your brain picks up on their energy, amplifying your own. This is why it is essential to choose the people you spend time with wisely. If you are constantly surrounded by negativity, your brain will absorb that energy, lowering your vibration and hindering your success. But when you are around people who inspire and motivate you, your brain receives their positive energy, fueling your own ambitions and driving you toward your goals. Your brain also receives energy from the universe itself. This energy, or what some may call universal intelligence, is available to all of us. The more we tune in to this energy, the more aligned our thoughts and actions become with our desires. To tap into this universal energy, we must quiet our minds, focus our intentions, and be open to receiving inspiration and guidance. It is through this connection with universal intelligence that we begin to see opportunities, ideas, and solutions that we might have otherwise overlooked. The brain, like a muscle, becomes stronger and more focused the more you exercise it. This is why mental exercises such as visualization, meditation, and affirmation are so powerful. These practices help you train your brain to focus on your desires, broadcasting positive, empowering energy into the universe. The more you practice, the more your brain becomes aligned with your goals, creating a feedback loop of success and prosperity. Visualization is one of the most effective ways to direct your brain's focus. By vividly imagining yourself already living your desired reality, you are telling your brain exactly what to focus on. Your brain begins to see this vision as real, and it starts to take action in the direction of that vision. Visualization helps your brain become more attuned to the opportunities and resources that are available to you, making it easier for you to take advantage of them when they appear. The power of the brain is limitless. By learning to control your thoughts, focus your energy, and direct your mental power toward your goals, you can unlock the door to success. The brain is your greatest ally in the pursuit of prosperity, and by understanding how it broadcasts and receives energy, you can use it to attract the success you desire. Your thoughts are not just fleeting ideas. They are powerful signals that are sent out into the universe, shaping the reality around you. By mastering your mind, you learn to control these signals, broadcasting a clear, focused message to the universe. This is how you attract the people, opportunities, and circumstances that align with your goals. The more you focus your mind on success, the more you send out the right signals, and the more you draw success toward you. Chapter 13. The Sixth Sense, the Gateway to Infinite Intelligence. The human mind is capable of far more than we often realize. It is not limited to what we can see, hear, or touch in the physical world. There is a deeper, more intuitive part of our mind that connects us to infinite intelligence. An intelligence that goes beyond the logic of our conscious mind and taps into the universal consciousness of the world around us. This is the sixth sense, the gateway through which we can receive insight, inspiration, and guidance from a higher source. The sixth sense is often described as intuition, gut feeling, or inner knowing. It is that subtle, unspoken awareness that guides our decisions, offers us insights, and helps us navigate the challenges of life. While the five physical senses are used to interact with the external world, the sixth sense connects us to the inner world of thoughts, ideas, and inspirations that can lead us to greater success. This intuitive sense is not something that can be easily defined or measured by conventional means, but it is one of the most powerful faculties we possess. It transcends logical reasoning and allows us to tap into a well of wisdom that is beyond the confines of the physical world. It is the voice of the subconscious mind, the silent whisper of insight that guides us toward the right path. Throughout history, many great minds have spoken of the power of the sixth sense. Great leaders, inventors, and thinkers like Albert Einstein, Nikola Tesla, and Steve Jobs all credited their ability to receive insights from beyond the material world as a source of their creativity and success. They understood that success is not only about hard work and effort, it is also about being open to receiving guidance from a higher source. Whether that source is the universe, divine intelligence, or the subconscious mind, the sixth sense operates on a frequency that is beyond the reach of the conscious mind. It cannot be forced or controlled by willpower. Instead, it requires openness, stillness, and a willingness to listen. It is in the quiet moments of reflection, the moments when we are still and open, that the sixth sense is most active. It communicates with us through feelings, insights, and flashes of inspiration that seem to come out of nowhere but carry profound meaning. To access this sixth sense, we must first learn to quiet the noise of the mind. The constant chatter of daily life, the doubts, the fears, and the distractions must be set aside to make room for this intuitive wisdom. Meditation, mindfulness, and deep reflection are practices that allow us to quiet our minds and tune into this inner guidance. It is through these practices that we begin to strengthen our connection to the sixth sense and make ourselves more receptive to its messages. When you learn to trust and act upon the messages from your sixth sense, you begin to operate at a higher level of consciousness. The decisions you make are no longer solely based on logic and reasoning. They are guided by a deeper, more intuitive understanding of what is best for you. The more you trust in this guidance, the stronger it becomes, and the more your life begins to align with your deepest desires. The sixth sense is not limited to just big decisions. It operates in every area of our lives. Whether you are making a decision about your career, your relationships, or your health, the sixth sense provides insight that can help guide you toward the best path. It allows you to see opportunities that might otherwise be hidden, to sense danger before it appears, and to make choices that are in alignment with your true purpose. But it is important to note that the sixth sense works best when you are in alignment with your purpose. When you are clear about your goals, when you know what you want, and when you are deeply committed to your path, the sixth sense becomes a powerful tool that leads you toward success. It provides you with the wisdom to make the right choices, the courage to take risks, and the confidence to pursue your dreams. Accessing your sixth sense requires trust. It requires you to listen to the whispers of your inner voice, to follow your gut feelings, and to embrace the insights that come to you. It is through this trust that you begin to experience the magic of infinite intelligence, which guides you toward a life of success, fulfillment, and prosperity. The sixth sense is the key that unlocks the door to higher wisdom, intuition, and divine guidance. It connects you to a greater intelligence that exists beyond the material world. By trusting in this intuitive wisdom and allowing it to guide you, you align yourself with the flow of the universe, attracting the opportunities and resources you need to achieve your goals. As we come to the end of this journey, it's important to take a moment to reflect on the principles that have been shared, the principles that form the foundation of true success. These principles are not merely abstract ideas or theories. They are actionable truths meant to be lived, practiced, and embodied. They are not just for the few who are destined for greatness, but for anyone willing to apply them with dedication and persistence. The journey toward focused prosperity is a spiritual one. It begins within, in the thoughts, beliefs, and desires that guide us through the power of desire, faith, autosuggestion, specialized knowledge, imagination, planning, and persistence. You've seen that success is not a matter of luck or circumstance, but of conscious creation. Each step, each principle, is a building block that, when combined with the others, leads to the manifestation of your deepest desires. Your thoughts are powerful forces, shaping the very reality in which you live. The energy you emit through your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs attracts the circumstances, people, and opportunities that will help you achieve your goals. The key is to be mindful of what you focus on. By consciously aligning your thoughts with your desires and taking inspired action, you create a magnetic force that draws success into your life. But none of this would be possible without the unwavering belief in yourself and in your ability to succeed. Faith is the cornerstone of everything we have discussed. It is what allows you to take risks, to push through adversity, and to trust in the process even when things aren't going as planned. Faith is the force that propels you forward when the road is unclear, when doubts creep in, and when the world tells you to stop. Without faith, there can be no action, and without action, there can be no results. As you continue on your journey, remember that it's not the size of the goal that matters, but the persistence with which you pursue it. Success is not an overnight event. It is the result of consistent effort, of taking one step at a time, day after day. It is built upon the foundation of daily habits, decisions, and actions that align with your deepest desires. The path to prosperity is not about avoiding failure, but learning from it and continuing to move forward. It is the willingness to keep going when the road gets tough that ultimately leads to triumph. The mastermind principle, which encourages collaboration and the pooling of wisdom and energy, is also essential in the journey. Success is rarely achieved in isolation. Surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals who encourage and challenge you will help you stay on course and reach new heights. The energy created in a collective group of individuals with shared goals is a powerful force that accelerates growth and achievement. Finally, trust in the power of your own intuition. Your sixth sense is your inner guide, leading you toward opportunities that resonate with your true purpose. When you learn to trust your gut, to listen to that subtle inner voice, you will find that the universe begins to unfold before you, showing you the way. It is through this connection with your deeper self that you will find the clarity and confidence needed to navigate life's challenges and seize its opportunities. Now, as you move forward, take everything you've learned and integrate it into your daily life. Your path to prosperity is a continuous journey, not a destination. It is about constant growth, self-discovery, and the dedication to living your truth. As you practice these principles, remember that you are creating your reality with each thought, belief, and action. You are the creator of your own success, and the world is waiting to respond to the energy you send out. Step forward with confidence, knowing that you have the tools, the knowledge, and the power to achieve anything you desire. The universe is abundant, and your place within it is one of infinite possibility. Trust yourself, trust the process, and trust that everything you need is already on its way to you. The journey to focused prosperity is yours to claim, and it begins now.